I invite the coordinator organizing secretary of this FDP, Dr. J. Jabakumari Bula Vasanthi ma'am, to propose a formal welcome address. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Movendan sir. I feel it a pleasure and honor to welcome you all for this second day of Atal-sponsored faculty development program on role of academic institutions on community services. So it's a great achievement and it's a great opportunity for our college, Ayanada Janahimal College, for getting this grant from AICT Atal to organize this kind of faculty development program for the benefit of teaching fraternity. I wholeheartedly thank and welcome today's resource person, Dr. Rajkumar, Professor, Department of Sociology, Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Amidst your busy schedule, you accepted our invitation in a short notice period and going to deliver a talk on various dimensions of community services today. I welcome all the participants from all over the India who accept our invitation, and also for your support and cooperation you rendered in the yesterday. I wholeheartedly thank and welcome you all to the second day, and I welcome Dr. Movendan sir, who is going to introduce the chief guest of today's session 1. I also thank and invite our principal, Dr. C. Ashok sir, Professor Jagannathan sir, coordinator IQSC, and other executive members and assistant coordinator, Dr. N. Sendil Kumar sir, for this wonderful event. I wholeheartedly welcome the head of the department of our college and various teaching faculty members and my colleague friends of our college and other college. I also welcome Dr. T. Marimuthu, CTEL coordinator, who is doing all the technical support for this faculty development. Thank you, sir, and so I extend my welcome. Once again, I'll welcome you one and all for the second day of faculty development program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bula ma'am, for delivering a wonderful welcome address by welcoming the chief guest as well as the participants for this FDP.
Now
For this welcome address, I deliberately requested Dr. Bula ma'am to introduce the chief guest because he is my elder brother and a great learned scholar and academician. You cannot find such a humble, distinguished personality in a university, and it is a very rare thing. I am pleased to introduce my elder brother and professor, Dr. P. Rajkumar, MA, MSW, MPhil, PhD. Now he is currently working as in the capacity of a professor of sociology in Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. And he has a very rich teaching experience of more than 20 years. And he has visited countries like Mauritius, Thailand, Nepal, and Bangladesh. In the capacity of the organizing secretary, he has organized national level seminars and he has been a visiting fellow programs on society and health. The national level seminar was on the topic community health issues and challenges. Apart from that, in the capacity of the NSS coordinator of Madurai Kamaraj University, he has organized various camps like blood donation, tree plantation, and the Clean India Mission. He is also very much personally interested in yoga, and he is a very good scholar in sociology, a well-renowned scholar in sociology throughout India, because he has delivered more than 40 invited lectures in various institutions throughout the world. He has to his credit 4 books and has published more than 20 articles in reputed and peer-reviewed journals with high index factor, H index, I-10 index, and more than about 2 and 1 with Google Scholar citations of more than 80. He has participated in more than 20 international level conferences and seminars, presented papers, and he has presented papers in 21 international level and 2 in the regional level conferences. He has been the NSS program coordinator of Kamaraj University since 2019. Personally, as I know him, he has been very much interested in carrying out a Clean India mission as well as the cleaning camps and tree plantation camps. I have personally witnessed in the campus of Madurai Kamaraj University. He has donated so many saplings from his own pocket. He has borne the expenses, and the way he organized the programs in Madurai Kamaraj University is equal to none. We had a very close association for the past 5 years, and during the previous visit to Madurai Kamaraj University for an IQAC program, the way in which he organized the program in a very excellent way showed his leadership qualities. So, such a distinguished personality is amidst us as a keynote speaker for the second day of FDP. And since he holds an MSW degree and has personal interest towards the conservation of environment, I wholeheartedly welcome once again the chief guest of today's function, the aptest person to deliver a talk on communal, how to create awareness on social issues. Welcome you, sir. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you. The floor is all yours, sir. Thank you so much for accepting your invitation. Thank you, sir. Over to you now.
Very good morning, one and all present here. First of all, I would like to say that I'm the alumnus of Ayanad Arjuna Yamal College, wherein I have got my basic degree, in which I had a wonderful experience. I've learned a lot. I've had professors like Thangamani sir, only we used to call him as CET sir. Still, the things which I've learned from him is still it is helping me. On that way, I must express my sense of gratitude to Ayanad Arjuna Yamal College. And I thank the principal, IPAC team, particularly the director and the Dr. Movindan, Dr. Rajkumar madam, all the participants from various parts of India. A very good morning, all of you. Actually, Dr. Movindan has given an elaborate introductory remark on me, something exaggerative, I think. A little things we have done, that is all different things. Thank you, Dr. Movindan. Today, I'm not going to get you any sort of PPTs or anything like. Let me narrate you some stories, actually, what sort of people we are, what sort of problems, what sort of mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, we have been committing in our day-to-day life, how it is impacting our community, the society, and how we should be. This is what I'm going to narrate with some stories. I hope I'll be keeping you live without boring you. Before coming to the talk, I would like to say a story which I have studied in Tamil Weekly recently. In that article, it is written by Swamiji, in which he narrates the story of a person, an elderly person who came to meet him. Actually, a person who was, that elderly person was busy with his own, professional schedule. After retirement, now he is finding some sort of psychological distress and came to meet that Swamiji. While he was in service, he was so busy, and he was actually a productive personality, he felt. He did not find even to talk with, he did not find the time to spend with his family members, wife, daughters, sons. If that is the case, you would have not found time to spend with neighbors, relatives, all these things. In turn, he has shown his angry faces with many people. So that was the situation. After now getting retirement, he leads his life in a different way. He did not have any sort of power, and all the children, the son and daughter, got settled somewhere, and now wife has also gone to daughter's home for some other reason. He is left alone. While he has been thinking of many things, what sort of life he has been leading, and now frustrated to have link with having a relationship with neighbors, relatives, all these things. At this crucial circumstances, he has got some sort of depression and came to meet that Swamiji. He has explained all his problem to him, and by realizing all these things, he is thinking of what actually life means, what sort of life we have to lead. Such a kind of questions have been arising within him, and he has expressed it to the Swamiji, and the author Swamiji has given him some solution to render his service to the needy people. By that way, that article is going up. We all, like that elderly person, we all could have thought of what actually life is. What sort of life we have to execute, what sort of life we have to lead. Sometimes at the early stage, if we are thinking of all those things, in the sense we may not have that much of experience to fix certain things, how to lead our life. But in due course of time, we are all busy with our own tight schedule, busy schedule. We are not in a position to even think of what sort of life we have been executing, and how to share our time or our wealth, whatever it is, to with others. So only after getting retirement, at the last moment, we all are sitting together leisurely, and we are thinking of it. So it is better to lead a life before leading a life. At as much as possible at the early stage, we have to think of all these things, and we have to lead our life happily. At the same time, we must keep our surroundings in a happy moment. Whatever is given by us to others, that will come back to us. There is no doubt on it. So, actually speaking, what sort of life we all have been leading, in the sense, for which I'll get you some stories. There was a rich lady, a mother-in-law. A lady. She has got 3 daughters. All the daughters got married and got settled. They are all residing nearby that lady. Everybody used to visit her, and everybody is so fond of her. Being a rich lady, she has done whatever she can, and everybody is happy. All the family members are happy. One day, she has got a kind of a doubt. How these people, all the family members are so affectionate towards her. If it is grandchildren, it is natural that all the grandchildren's kids they will express their love towards mother-in-law. That is natural. Daughters also so happy. I mean, they are so affectionate towards mother. That is also natural. Actually speaking, all the son-in-laws, all the three son-in-laws are so affectionate towards her. With that, she has got a slight doubt. The affection of son-in-laws are really true, or what to say, it is all for money. Such a kind of doubt she has got. In order to verify it, she has got a plan, and she has asked the first daughter and family to go in for an excursion. They've gone for an excursion, and as part of the excursion, they have gone for a boating. And while in the boating, uh, in the middle of the lake, she has pretended as if falling into the water. Suddenly, the first son-in-law rushed towards her and rescued her. On the next day morning, in the first daughter's house on the outside, 50 lakh worth car is standing. It is written like this: with love, mother-in-law. Okay, nice. Everybody is happy, and she just wanted to test the second son-in-law also, as she has called the second daughter and family. They have gone for boating. As as planned, she has pretended as if falling into the water, and second son-in-law rushed towards her and rescued her. On the next day morning, 50 lakh worth the car is standing with the love, something like that. Likewise, she just wanted to test the third daughter also. She has invited. They have gone for boating. I mean, they have gone for excursion. As part of it, they have gone for boating. And before she pretends, the third son-in-law rushed towards her, and he has pushed her into the water. She has fallen into, and this fellow has pretended as if searching mother-in-law. Somehow that lady died. Everything has gone. They came back, and on the next day, 1 crore car is standing out of his home. It is written with love, father-in-law. See, this is what the life we have been leading. Mostly, of course, maybe an exaggeration, but we all have been. Money is required for everybody for leading our day-to-day life in this modern, urbanized, globalized world, technologically advanced world. It is necessary. Urbanization forces to lead such a kind of life, but well, the money can do everything. In the sense, not it is not possible. So everybody is in need of money, but we all have been withering our nice qualities. We all have been withering our many good qualities and leading a life which is accumulating, which is towards accumulating more and more wealth. So will it be a real life like the elderly person I have told you? At last, after accumulation of more wealth, we have lost many things. We could have lost our physical health. We could have lost our family members. We could have lost most of our relatives. Now, at the elderly stage, if we are feeling lonely, that person says that I feel humiliated to talk with my relatives because while I was in service, I did not care about anybody. He says that that old person says to that Swamiji says that talking with them is waste of time. He was feeling such a kind of things while he was in service. At this moment, after retirement, if we are expecting, if we are in a position to talk with others, if we are in a position to have link with others, relationship with others, in the sense, it may not be nice. That fellow himself felt very bad. Likewise, this modern world, the urbanized world, is forcing everyone's life in a different angle. Most of the elderly person in the family in are suffering a lot. See, today there is a concept which are rising. See, there is a concept called empty nest elderly. See, all the children, after getting their education, by for some reasons, they are moving out. The family, having their children migrated from one place to other. The parents, the elderly couples, or the elderly person, either the one of the spouses, is left alone in the family. See, if I want to, one of my students is doing research on this. Elderly couple having two children got married, got settled somewhere in US and Europe, and these elderly couple are left alone in the family while they were in service, while they were, I mean, the kids were very young. These people were very busy, and after rearing all the children, and they got settled somewhere, and now these elderly couple are staying in the family alone. Actually speaking, both of them have got many physical ailments. The wife, if she is sometimes suddenly she becomes unconscious. If she is lying on the bed, in the sense, she will be like that for some hours, sometimes days. One day, she was sleeping in the bed, and this elderly person, husband, has gone for bathroom, wherein he has got slipped. He was not able to get up from the bathroom. He was lying in the, he got slipped, and he has fallen down in the bathroom, and he was as such for the whole night. The wife has become, what to say, she has got some sort of physical problem, neural problem, I think. She was in unconsciousness. On the next day morning, this elderly person in the bathroom has made noises. He has given sound. By listening that sound, neighbors came, and they have got into the house, and after, in the morning only, they have rescued. And after that, they have given message to uh, uh, their daughter, and this is what happening. See, all the youngsters are having their own kind of force. The society, the urbanized world, is forcing them to have some sort of life without realizing anything. The members, the individuals in the family, are migrating towards some places by leaving there without having any sort of uh, values or morality ethics. We are leaving elderly passions, elderly parents in the. We are leaving them alone, and these people are going up abroad. So this is what the life we have been leading. Another thing, another problem which we have been experiencing around us is a different kind of thing. That is, most of the youngsters are really in, what to say, they are all wasting their time in one way or other. Today, what to say, invariable of caste, class, creed, all these things. All the youngsters are engaging themselves on different kind of activities. Today, the entire nation is talking about famous actor's hero's son, who is for using substance. So such a kind of life we have been leading. All the youngsters are in bars. I mean, they have been consuming alcohol and all these things. See, we, for example, I just would like to tell you the extreme level of this habit. Near Sivagasi only, there is a town which is having a school. There are schools in which one school is there, wherein the students, higher secondary students, I think, during their holidays, they purchase liquor bottles, and they are bringing some snacks. They are going to the school's kitchen. There are almost all the government schools are having noon meal scheme, wherein there is a kitchen. These students have gone to the kitchen. They are preparing some dishes, and they are drinking alcohol in the school itself. This has happened. So where our values are going, what sort of life we have been leading, what sort of things, what sort of value we have inculcated, and what we are imparting to the students. So these are all the things. See, if we, the educational institutions, if we, the teachers, are uh, 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 taking our children in the right path, in the sense, some things could have not happened. See, at Chennai, we all could have heard, uh, if I'm right, that girls, the baby, a girl who was around 4-5 years, I think, is her name is Hasini. Some years before, if I'm right, 2018, I think, she was raped by a 23 years old boy who was staying in the same apartment at Chennai. He has raped her and murdered her. So this kind of things, we all sometimes before, there was a case which was highly popular at almost all over India. This has happened at Andhra Pradesh, if I'm right. A veterinary doctor who was parking her vehicle, two-wheeler, near a toll gate, and she has gone for somewhere, and while coming back, some people have observed her and followed her. By in the name of assisting her, they have taken her to a bushy places, wherein they have raped her and killed her in in a in a vigorous manner. So such a kind of life we all have been facing. So this is one case. Another thing is, in the same Chennai, there was a girl who was deaf and dumb. The servants, those who are working in an apartment, this girl was staying in an apartment, wherein the lift operator, plumber, security, all these people have misused that girl, gang raped that girl, deaf and dumb girl. Only after having some sort of physical problem, these parents have taken that girl to the hospital. Only after going there, these people are coming to know that these things are happening to her. So this is what our life is. We all are taking our life. We have been running towards something. We have been leading a punctual life. Punctuality in the sense, we have to be at 8:30 in the office or 9 o'clock in the office. Even if 5 minutes are late, we will be punished. And for want of money, we are forced to do some certain things. We have to leave our relationship. We cannot give importance, give respect to others. So such a kind of life we have been living. So This is what I can say. Many other examples also. Still, actually, what sort of life we have to lead in our day-to-day life, in the sense. Sometimes before I've heard a story from the radio, I think, in which a Tamil orator, Thengachiko Swaminathan, he told a story that long before we all could have heard about G.U. Pope, Western priest, father who turned to India, got settled in Tamil Nadu. After learning Tamil, after having a kind of interest towards Tamil language, he has become a scholar in Tamil. And after going back to his home, he has compared the Western philosophy of life with the Indian philosophy of life, wherein he has compared the philosophy which was given by Aristotle. Aristotle in those days says, he was saying that if anyone is beating you on the right cheek, you have the capability, you have the right to beat the other one on his left cheek. Jesus Christ says that if we are beaten on right, you just show your left. That is what Jesus Christ says. Aristotle's period, there was a saying that if anyone is beating us on the right, we have the right to beat him on his left cheek. So, slapping on the left cheek. So, this is what the philosophy over there they have had. He compares, G.U. Pope compares the philosophy during those days in Tamil Nadu, wherein Thiruvalluvar says that there is a Thirukural that is Inna Seidare Urutal Avarnana Nannayam Seiduvital. Even if anyone is doing against you, if anyone is doing something against you, something harmful to you, if anyone is making you in pain, in the sense you don't worry about that, you just give him you just express him the peace, or you just do righteous thing, you do positive things for him. Definitely that will get you a peaceful life, that will get you development in your life. That is what Kural says. So another Kural, he says that, see, what I'm saying is, we need to inculcate, we the teachers, we the educational institutions must, of course, I'm not saying that it is all not being followed, but still there is a requirement today that we all have to learn, we have to learn, inculcate these kind of righteous things, morality, ethics, all these things. Money is important, but money is not the only thing which can do everything. Life is a circle. If we are moving towards up, that definitely that will bring us down. So by realizing all these things, we need to inculcate the moral, ethical, value-oriented life. We have to be an example, and by that way, we have to inculcate our students in a righteous way. Whatever the subject we have been teaching, whatever the subject the student has been learned, that is all not matter. We may teach chemistry, we may teach physics, we may teach economics, commerce, whatever the subject is, it is. Along with that, we must inculcate value-oriented, ethical-oriented, moral-oriented subject. So along with that, in Thirukural, Valluvar says another one Kural that Kaimar Venda Kadapadu Mari Matu Ennatrum Pollo Ulagu. That is, உலகத்தார் மலைக்கு என்ன கைமாறு செய்கின்றனர், மலை மலை வேண்டியவர் செய்யும் மலை போன்றவர் செய்யும் உதவிகளும் கைமாறு வேண்டாதவை. That is, what sort of things, that is, benevolence seeks not a return. What does the world give back to the cloud? What we are giving back to the clouds? It is not nothing. Still, the rain has been, it has been raining. Likewise, without expecting any sort of return, we all have to render our service to the society. That is what most important thing is. So, or that way, I can get you many examples. What sort of life we have to live in our society. May not be possible to achieve such a great height, but we must try ourselves to your as much as possible extent. That will help us in a great way to have our life in a different way. First, I would like to give you an example. We all could have heard. We all know that Mother Teresa. She has gone to India, and she has rendered her service, selfless, altruistic life she has led, and so that only today she has become a saint. She is treated as she has become a saint today. Everybody is praying towards her. So Mother Teresa, while those days, while she was one day she has received a message that a person with the leprosy. Even today, we can find the number of leprosy patients are more in West Bengal. In Calcutta, on a street corner, a leprosy patient having all many wounds, full of his entire body is full of ulcer. Some parts worms are coming out. It was giving a foul smell. So nobody was dared to go near to him, and everybody is going out of him. Nobody was ready to render his, any sort of treatment. Nobody was interested. By listening, by hearing this, Mother Teresa has gone there. She has cleaned that body. See whatever is possible. She has given first aid over there, and she has taken that fellow with her hand and taken him to her house, given all the treatment, medicines, everything. Everybody knows that fellow cannot survive for a long while. He is actually he is terminally ill. On the next day, while Mother Teresa came to him, he knows that he is going to die. Before his death, he just wanted to meet Mother Teresa. She came, and he has expressed his sense of gratitude by keeping his hands like this. And she said, only he was able to speak only that out of by by gathering all his strength. He said he has expressed his gratitude, and he said that I was worried not for my death, but for the way I'm dying. I was born in a respectful family, but on the day of my death, if I'm dying on the roadside, that I was not able to digest. I must express my gratitude for having taken me here, for having given me a treatment. Now I feel a little I have a kind of tranquility, and with this I will die peacefully. So that is what he has told her, and he has died. So such a kind of people. She was rendering her life. She has given her life for entirely for the abandoned people. who else were having what sort of meal? She was tried level based too. Whenever she was invited for dinner or lunch, whatever it is, she cannot have her food happily. In those days, there was a shortage of food at her home. There were people for want of food item. So she pretends as if she is taking her food after completion of the dinner. She used to express her interest to the host that let me take all the left out food items if possible. Like that, she used to carry all the food items which are not served, and she used to serve it to her inmates in her home. So such a wonderful life she has led. So that only she is treated as a saint today. So like that, this is a kind. We need to, if not, if we have to become a person like that, if our circumstances, if we feel that such a kind of things are not possible, it is we need some, we have to try actually. To the possible extent we can render our service. That is what I would like to say. Another thing is during the first lockdown I have gone through a Tamil novel that is written by S. Ramakrishnan. He's a very nice writer in Tamil. In his one of his novel, he says that he was wandering. He was wandering wherever he wants. He used to be. So whatever he sees, whatever he feels, he used to write all those things. Whatever the things which he has experienced during those gypsy life, he has brought it as a book material. So one day he was traveling in Jammu Kashmir, in Leh Ladakh area. I think he was going. Yes, it is. He was traveling in an auto. It was an auto-like structure. So on the backside, passengers used to be seated, and by hanging, by leaving this, he is sitting on the backside. Along with him, there is a Buddhist monk. He was also sitting nearby. He was looking at him, he was observing. He is very calm. He is a monk, he's an old man, having a gray eye, a small gray eye. In his face, peacefulness is there. With his monk's attire he is having, and on the side he is having a bottle gourd, that's dried bottle gourd, Sura Koduvai in Tamil. That pot he is having, wherever he is having something in that pot. By getting a kind of interest towards him, this author, Ramakrishnan, started chatting with him. Where are you, sir? Where are you from? Where are you going? What you are doing? Something like that. That monk told him that I'm actually a doctor, Siddha doctor. I used to go to the villages nearby, and if any patients are there, I used to give medicine to them, and I'll go back to my monarch, his ashram in the evening. On the next day, you will go. This is what his routine life is. What, sir? Why you are at this age? You are looking old. Why you are going to the villages? If you stay at some point somewhere in your ashram or somewhere in the sense, all the passions will come to you. That will be convenient for you. You know why you are traveling this much. For which that monk said that no, no, no. If I'm staying at home and if you are asking the patients to come to my place in the sense, my clinic in the sense, it is a little toughy for them. Two ways, two important ways the people, I mean, the patients will be suffering. One thing is they have to, already they are sick. If we are asking them to come to my place in the sense, they have to travel. This travel will affect adversely the patient. One. Second thing is all the rural patients, rural people are leading their poor life. If we are making them to travel in the sense that it is an additional economic burden for them. So it is not nice. It is better if I'm going to the villages for meeting the passions in the sense there are pluses with that. One thing, while getting into the villages, whatever the herbal plants which are available over there, I used to get it. At the night after going ashram, I'll make medicines out of all the herbal plants. And while going to the villages, I used to give medicines to the patients. Another important thing for which I'm going to the village is it is said by my chief monk. One day, his chief monk, he has gone to a village. Actually, a service, whatever the thing which we are studying or which we are practicing in our life, professional life, how it should be in the sense, this monk, I mean, this monk who is traveling with S. Ramakrishnan, you know, that monk's superior he was also a physician. He was also traveling like this. One day, after after visiting all the patients' home in a village, finally he has gone to a patient's home, wherein he has found a very sick person. He has gone there. It was actually on the outskirts of that village. Finally, he has gone there. After checking his pulses, the monk realized, the chief superior monk realized that this person is not having any disease, but the only sickness he is having is hunger. Without taking food, this fellow has been surviving for some days. So if he is not taking any more food, in the sense he will die after some days. Problem is poorness. They don't have money. He has asked her patient's wife. Monk has called the patient's wife. Just get him some food, like that he said. No other sickness, no other health problems he is having. You need to give him food. You will be all right. That is what the monk told. That lady has looked at him in a different way. Somehow she has managed. Okay, sir. Okay, something like that. The monk was able to realize the economic situation of the family, and he has put his hand in his pocket. He was able, being a monk, he may not have many things. So he was having some changes. Some those days, some 10 rupees or 15 rupees, something like that. All the money he was having, he has handed it over to her and asked that lady to get him some food. While coming back, it has become dark. So the monk decided to sleep there itself. These husband, wife, kids were sleeping in a room, and this monk was sleeping outside the house. After in the late night, the patient thought that the monk has gone slept, and he was saying something to his wife, that monk has given some money to you. You just keep that money with you, get some groceries, do some food items tomorrow, and give all those food to kids, and you also take something, and do not worry about me. I'll somehow manage. I'm all right. I do not have any problem. You and kids take food, and somehow you just take care of our kids. That is what the patient told to his wife. The monk pretended as if sleeping. He is not. He was able to listen the voice of husband. So by hearing this, the monk decided not to go to his ashram, and he was working with them. On the next day onwards, the monk started working with the field of that he was having. That actually he is an agriculturalist. The patient is. The monk has gone to the agricultural field, started working in the agricultural field. By listening, by hearing these information, all the villagers and nearby, villagers nearby area, they also came to this village, the patient's home, and they just wanted to get blessings from the monk superior. That monk superior blessed everybody. It is customary practice that while meeting a superior monk, they used to offer some, they used to donate something, money, fruits, vegetables, whatever they were having in their home, they used to bring, and they offered it. And it is a strange thing that a monk is staying in a village in a family. So they offered everything and got their his blessings. So after 2-3 days, some quantum of groceries, some quantum of vegetables, fruits, everything has got some money also. All the vegetables, fruits, money he has received as a donation, has given to the patient's wife, and told the wife, take patient's wife to take care of him in a nice way. So that family has come up. So what I'm saying is, this is what the real service is. Actually, we all have been studying. We all are getting a kind of hard skills while studying at school, college level. After getting our higher education, we all are moving towards somewhere, and we all just wanted to accumulate more money only. We do not care about anybody. Whatever the job, whatever the assignments we are given with by our employer, we have been simply executing it. We do not have any sort of service-oriented mentality. Actually, today, studying, getting an MBBS degree it is a costly thing. So such a kind of circumstances we do have. If we are spending something, in the sense, we all have been getting it back. Actually, what sort of thing which we are giving is not important. What we are forgetting something. What sort of service we are rendering along with our job. Of course, we need to live our life happily. Happiness is not with the accumulating more money. We have to render our service. Whatever the job we are executing it, whatever the professions we do it, there should be a value, there should be a morality, kind of ethics with that, and we must look into that profession in a holistic way. Ultimately we have to lead our life, we have to live, we have to earn something, and we must make others also to lead a happy life. We must think of others problem also. So yeah, profession, yeah, how a profession should be in the sense like this Buddhist monk, physician, the doctor who has surrendered his service, like in his duty is giving medicine, treating the patient, that is all, not the not changing the situation of the family economic condition or any other things, but still the physician who was given with such a very who is having a value or morality oriented attitude, they used to do such a kind of things, treating mere giving advice or mere treating something, that will not be a matter. So holistic thing, a holistic approach we should have, whatever the profession we do have. So on that way, what sort of profession we all have been leading, that we can just think of ourselves. So that is today we all know that approaching a doctor for any sort of problem, of course, no doubt that we have got a technologically development. There are doctors doing a great job. uh, there are things, there are appreciable things, but there must be a what to say, there must be a service in it. In that also we must consider whatever the treatment given to the rich class people, the same sort of treatment should be given to a person who is not affordable to that kind of treatment. He is also a fellow human being. He also have all the, he is deserved for getting the same right. But still we are in living in a different world. So this is one thing. Another one thing I would like to get you another example is we all know former President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. On the first day, after announcing that he will be the President of India, on the first day he has gone to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He was carrying two suitcases. He has placed it. He has gone in, and his luggages were placed somewhere, and he was given. He was briefed by the first day's schedule. At this time, we are going there. We are going there. Something like that. So he wanted to get ready before 8:39, something like that. He has got ready after wearing all his shirts and things. He came back. He came out. While coming out from uh, the room, there was a fellow who was standing on the door, near door. A chair was placed over there, and his duty, that person's duty is cleaning the shoes of the President of India, cleaning the socks of the President of India. While President arrives at the place, it is the duty of that fellow to wear that socks and the shoes. He was standing with the socks after arriving. I mean, President of India Abdul Kalam ji has arrived at that place. He was sitting there, and this fellow wanted to take the leg of APJ Abdul Kalam. Kalamji got a kind of, what you are doing? No, no, sir, it is my duty to wear you the socks and shoes. Okay, okay, okay. He was laughing and he smiled at him and he got the shoes, socks, everything. APJ Abdul Kalam ji has weird all the things by his own, and he has called that fellow. He has held him like this. Yes, he has placed his hands on the shoulder of that fellow. He has taken him out. No, no, no. Hereafter, for till my presence here, you should not do these kinds of thing. You hereafter your duty is he has gone out to the Mughal garden and there was a, flower pot. He has taken it and given to him. Hereafter, you are going to be a gardener. You just water the plants here. So he told something and he has gone. So such a kind of people, those are those people are. And on the last day, again, we must tell you, on the last day, while leaving Rashtrapati Bhavan, Abdul Kalam ji has taken his own, the same two suitcases. He brought it out. He has placed it outside the hall, I mean room. Asked the Rashtrapati, I mean the same shoe polish maker, I mean now the gardener, asked the gardener to pour water on the suitcases of Abdul Kalam ji. That time he told, even the dust from Rashtrapati Bhavan, I should not carry anything which is the property of Rashtrapati Bhavan. That is why even the dust I do not want to take from here. I just take my own property, something like that. Such a value-oriented people we were having. On the day of his death, we all have witnessed that some lakhs of population from all over the all parts of India have turned to Rameshwaram. So such a that is what actually the life is. On the day of our death, how many people are remembering us, really shedding our their tears? How many people? That is what our real life is. See, another information is while after becoming President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam ji has made visit to Vikram Sarabhai Space Research Organization at Trivandrum, it seems. He just he has gone there for an official visit. Meanwhile, he has taken his own time off to visit a cobbler. While he was a scientist at ISRO, he used to visit there. One day, regularly, his shoe, whenever his shoe is having some problem, for repairing that shoe, he used to visit a cobbler who was having a shop nearby. So on the roadside, I think his name is George. So whenever he visits the cobbler, he used to sit there for at least half an hour. He used to talk with him. How are you, George? What about family? All these things. Even though he was at that time he was a scientist, he used to spend a lot of his time with the cobbler. So he did not think of his position or something like that. After becoming President of India, he has made a visit to George and he was asking, how are you? Something like that. That fellow is really, he was happy. So such a kind of simple life we need to lead, and we have to express our simpleness, humbleness towards others. That will make the society, the community, entire community as a prosperous one. So this is what the other thing is. Another example I would like to get you is some around a year before, I was listening and radio. People, public used to call a number to the radio station, and they used to they were explaining what sort of services rendered by the people, those who are nearby their areas, in that areas. One day in Tamil Nadu, in Theni district, there is a place called Uttamapalayam. We all could have heard that 5 rupee doctor at Chennai. Some months before, a doctor who was charging only 5 rupees, and if even the patients are not affordable for that, you won't charge anything. You used to give treatment free of cost, almost free of cost. So some months before that, the doctor died. Some thousands of people were crying on the funeral function of that doctor. We all have heard. Likewise, there was a doctor at Theni district of Uttamapalayam. That doctor, that physician, he has not charged even a single pie. If you are having money, if you feel to give something, you can donate something in the box for purchasing medicines and other things. You will use it, or else we will not demand anything from any patient. So such a patient, I mean, such an excellent doctor he is. So this fellow has gone there. I mean, this fellow one day gone somewhere. He has seen a dog. That physician has seen a dog which met with an accident. Is one of its leg is broken, and by having a kind of affection towards that, he has taken that broken, I mean, affected dog to his home. He has given some treatment. It has become all right, and afterwards, thereafter, that dog did not go anywhere. It was staying at his home. Whenever he visits home, he used to give some food. That is all. On the day of his death, that caller from that area, who has called the radio station, he says that on the day of death, there were people crying in the funeral function of the doctor. It is not important. That the dog was also crying like anything. By knowing that doctor has died, this dog was crying like anything. So such a kind of life he has lived. What I'm saying is we also need to have such kind of qualities. We must render our service to the needy people. We all are having a kind of different qualities. We have our own skills, hard skills. Along with that, we should inculcate, we must impart some sort of soft skills to the wherever it is possible. See, we all, some of you have heard that a name called Jadav Payan, a person who is an illiterate, a humble person from a very simple, humble family. He was awarded with, he was given with, what to say, that Padma Padma Award. So, in the year 2014, I think. He is a person of, he has gone, he is an illiterate. He says that even for rain, I have not gone for school. He was staying, he is from Assam. His family was residing on the other side of the, actually, it is a forest wherein this Brahmaputra river is going. All the families, villages are on the other side of, it is located on one side. These people, some families were residing on the other side. It is little toughy because whenever there is a flood, these people cannot survive over there. The flood will wash away all the huts, everything. So one day they got a kind of flood. So before that, these people have vacated their residential place and they have gone to the main village. And on the after flood is over, this fellow, this small boy, while he was a small boy, Jadhav Paye has gone to the other side of the river bank where he was residing. He has seen a lot of snakes, fishes, and other animals from the forest have it was been died and it was washed away on the bank of the river. So by seeing that, he has got a kind of something has infused him, and he has started planting trees. We all would have heard that yes, he was able to create a very big forest. It is a once National Geographic Channel. They just wanted to have a shooting over there in a forest in Assam. They have approached. They came here and they have approached the forest officials. Forest officials with the map. They have gone to the field, but they were astonished to see a forest before their map. I mean, some thousands of acres forest this fellow has created on the river bank. Creation of forest is little toughy. This fellow, out of his interest to plant trees, he used to have saplings going to the other side of the river bank. I mean, he used to plant many saplings that will not grow because it is all pebbles, sand, which is not conducive for the growth of the plants. He has not came out. He has not left it. He used to collect all the red ants. Those ants are having the capability to break down the bubbles into small sands. So if they are biting our body, in the sense we will get some sort of irritation by ignoring all those things. He was collecting all the ants, red ants in a bottle. He used to place it on the other side, and by that way, more number of ants were. Population of ants was increasing, and the sand soil, uh, the nature has become changed. And afterwards he has planted all the saplings, and he was staying there itself. Once it was a barren land, it was like a desert, and he was able to create a forest in a desert. He was staying there. He has created his own hut, and he was staying there. One day, an elephant. He was waiting for the arrival of many animals. All the deers, all the rhinoceros, all the elephants are coming. One day, a single elephant came with ferocious nature. It was before its arrival. He got up, and one day midnight, I think, this fellow, along with family members, gone near there, and he has climbed up in a big tree, and he was watching the elephant destroying his own hut with happily. So such a kind of things. See, either whatever the interest we do have, whatever the knowledge, whatever the skill we do have, we must do it for the betterment of the community. Not this is also a kind of these things cannot be done by anybody. A desert, a barren land has become a forest in the sense some thousands of acres. Even the forest officials, they were not knowing that there is a forest created by these people. After that only, after the arrival of National Geographic Channel, these forest officials have gone there, and they were confused with the map, what is going on, something like that. After that, this National Geographic Channel and the forest officials were inquiring what it is, how it is, all these things, and finally everybody has turned towards. Everybody was showing this one fellow Jadhav Pai from his childhood onwards. His hobby, his full-time duty is creation of planting saplings, growing trees. Everyone was kindling. Everybody was laughing at him for his activity. But at last, some years before, he was even with now is Padma Award, who sometimes back before Chief Minister was also after receiving Padma Award, he was invited by the then Chief Minister of Assam. He was asked to sit there for a long while, it seems, but he refused to meet the Chief Minister of Assam, and he has gone for. By this time, I could have planted many saplings, like that he told, and he has gone back to his home. Refused to meet Chief Minister. So such a kind of personalities these people are. See, we are all educated. We have been doing many sort of. Uh, we have got many skills. We can also do many things for the society. That is what. See, actually, another one thing I would like to tell you is sometimes before some three Indians, they have gone for an official visit to Japan. Some three people, I think, they have gone to Japan. On the first day, they were given some nice accommodation, and nearby that, their office was there. And all these people have gone for first day. They have gone for their meeting. While the meeting was going on, uh, it is natural thing that they used to have earthquake. Yes, yeah, an earthquake was there, and everybody, these people, all these three, for Japanese, it is usual. They have taken it in a casual manner, and they know what to do, what not to do. They were hiding themselves somewhere. A lady was there, a Japanese lady. She was explaining everything. Don't worry to these people. Don't worry. This is a common phenomenon. If you just try to hide yourself under some tables or something, this building will not get collapsed because it is built by it is built to tolerate the earthquake and all these things. These people were still in a tensed mood, and after all these things, somehow this lady has brought all the three people out, and they have gone to their residence, their room. On that evening, they were having only 1 liter of water, I think. They have finished it. At night, they were feeling very thirsty. They have approached a nearby house, and they were asking for water, drinking water. They were having very limited water, but still, whatever they were having, they have shared it. These people, the whole night, they were managing half a liter of water, or three have somehow managed. Because of that earthquake, all the shops, everything was closed, and on the next day, these people were trying to approach. I mean, they were trying to find the shops, but everything is closed. By the evening, these people have came to know that there was a supermarket which was open. One fellow among the three have gone to the uh, supermarket, and he has seen that a long queue is there for getting their, I mean, needy things from the supermarket. Most of the people were approaching the water, drinking water area, and whatever the quantum of water they want, they used to get, and people are going out. This fellow is standing at the last of the queue, but we, the Indians, cannot maintain these kinds of things. Somehow, this fellow got an idea. He has gone to another area, and in a shortcut, he has come to a place where water is sold, and he has got many water bottles. some 2 liters, 5 liters, something like that. Some 10 liters of water cans he is carrying. Somehow you paid everything and he has come out. While coming out with all the 5 bottles of water can, he has seen an old lady with a small girl child, grandchild, I think. They were having only 2 liters of water can. They were coming opposite to that lady. This fellow thought that in this crowd they were able to get only 2 liters of water. This may not be sufficient for them. He is having some enough quantum, more than enough quantum of water. So our Indian fellow somehow wanted to offer 1 or 2 bottles of liter to that old lady. He has approached her and told, I mean, this fellow has offered her, Harry, you just take 1 or 2 water bottles with you. This may not be sufficient for you, something like that. For that, that old lady told to this fellow that, no, no, thank you. This is enough for me for the whole night. Tomorrow, if need, I'll get it. I think there is a shortage in the shortage of water in the supermarket. There are people. If you feel that whatever the quantum of water you are carrying with you is excess in the sense, you just place it. You have taken. This may be helpful to the needy people. So such a kind of thing. See, at childhood onwards, Japanese are trained. They are trained in some sort of things. They are maintaining queue. Whatever is necessary for them, they are taking. They are each and every action they are thinking of fellow human being. She can carry. She is affordable to have some more water bottle. She can carry some more water bottle. But still, by thinking others, there are large crowd. They are in need of it. If the one who is maintaining the queue, who is standing at the last of the queue, while coming near, there is no water in the sense he will be that will be troublesome. So let everybody, whatever is available, let us all share. Such a kind of things, such a kind of attitudes the people are having. So on that way, we have to inculcate. We must impart some kind of such a kind of attitudes, values with our students. Finally, I would like to tell you only one story. That is, the fellow who was traveling by bike without helmet, met with an accident, died on the spot. The soul has gone up to the heavenly place. Before getting into the heaven or hell, these souls were stopped somewhere, and before that there is a very big wall. In the very big wall there were small, big, various size of clock-like structures are there. By seeing that what it is, why these clock-like things are placed almost all over the wall. Wall goes almost long wall. Everywhere clocks are placed. Some clocks are rotating fastly. Some clocks are moving slowly. By seeing that, he has got a kind of confusion and asked the fellow who was standing, who was boarding over there, why all this, why it is there, what it is like that. That fellow who is standing there, familiar with that, told them, no. In Earth, if anyone is born in the sense, we used to place a clock like this clocks. If that fellow is committing a mistake in the sense that clock will move as much as number of sins he is committing, the clock will rotate like that. By seeing that, he was really excited, and he had a look into all the clocks. The big, beautiful clock was there. It was standing as such without any movement. He was asking whose clock it is. Very big, beautiful. It does not even move, it seems. What it is, may know whose clock it is. That fellow said, no, 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 that is the clock of Mother Teresa. She has not committed any mistakes or sins like. Oh, great. Another clock he has seen. Very big, beautiful. Whose clock it is? That fellow told that it is Abdul Kalam's clock it is. By that way, he was asking many clocks. Some clocks were moving very, very little time only. And by that way, he has remembered one of the political leaders of today. And he has asked, he told the name of that fellow political leader, and is where the clock of that fellow is. For that worker, that God said that no, 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 that clocks we are using it as a table fan. So, what sort of good things or bad things we have been executing in our life? It is all valued. It is all observed, and what we are rendering to the people, that we are with definitely that we will get back. So and again another one குறள் said by திருவள்ளுவர் is ஒத்த தரவோன் உயிர் வாழ்வான் மற்றையான் செத்தாருள் வைக்கப்படும். Again I am repeating, ஒத்த தரவோன் உயிர் வாழ்வான் மற்றையான் செத்தாருள் வைக்கப்படும். அதாவது உழைக்கும் சக்தி அற்றவருக்கு உதவுபவனை உயிரோடு வாழ்பவன், உதவாதவன் இறந்தவனாகவே எண்ணப்படுவார். If anyone is having the capability, if anyone is rendering his or her service to the needy people, he will be treated as a living one. Those who are not rendering their service to the needy people are treated as dead. That is what Thiruvalluvar says. So, whatever the possible extent, we all are having the one line of philosophy in a different manner. That is all different thing. Everything is required for leading our life. At the same time, it is our duty. We have to learn a lot, and it is our duty to impart moral, ethical, value-oriented life to all our students, neighbors, to the possible extent. So only rendering our service to others, to the people, to the community, that will value a lot. That will get us a kind of tranquility, a peaceful life in our. That will get us a peacefulness in our life. So let us all render our service with morality, with ethics to the needy people. With these tiny things, let me wind up my session, I think. Thank you for the opportunity given. Thank you so much. Hope you all have enjoyed. Hello. Sorry, I have taken.
No, sir. Correct time only.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful speech. You have narrated each and every universal values and social values and the need of the community services to be rendered to the society with very good narrations as well as stories, sir, and by various live examples you have shown and given for the participants. Surely we will follow your advice and in what sort of community services to be rendered as a teaching faculty participants, and on my own behalf, we have to render the help to the society in one or other form, sir. This is a very useful session for all of us. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence and your valuable address. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Sir, you may leave the meeting.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you all. Thank you so much.
Dear participant, I will share the attendance link and the feedback link now itself. Kindly fill up, and the next resource person will join shortly.